is effectively the same, or do you notice any difference at all?
I think they're pretty close, man. They're pretty close.
Because this is a separate webcam. The other thing is the camera built into
the one you're on now, I think is a hair more crisp.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go with that.
You look good, man. You look good.
This is the system that's been down for a month because my water cooler failed.
Oh, jeez. Went all over the
And
place.
so the CPU temp was going up to like 120 Celsius.
Oh, jeez.
And the system would crash.
Hey, everyone, we're coming.
So I have my CPU temp indicator. I'm going to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, that works.
Your repurposed freighter drifts through space.
Hope everyone's doing well out there. Thanks
stare
for,
at the
we had the
void,
late start
another
here,
ship
and
comes
we
in. Wait,
are...
is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War
Yeah,
II
we're an hour
campaign.
later than we usually are.
Oh, that I mean, yes.
Yeah.
That's cool. I
But
can pivot.
we're not late for 8.
No, we're not late
we
now,
are
no.
15 minutes early.
We are
Awesome.
air
I thought we were
as
prepping for a
announced.
zombie
Yeah.
apocalypse campaign.
Very good. I always put the ads on early.
All right, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's
Trying
elite
to
fled
get
to
out
other
the
planets
shout-outs
long
here.
ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools
Things are
as
good.
weird
No
phenomena
complaints.
plague abandoned nuclear sites.
Doing good,
Witnesses
Chris.
report
Thank you.
seeing glowing lights and the dead
really
rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, 3 strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer,
Other
a disgraced
computer's
general
gonna
out for
run
revenge,
Twitch,
the
so
space
I can
mercenaries
see
sent
Yeah,
to
that's
investigate
good.
the
I mean, I have it
power
on my
plants. Now describe your
laptop.
characters.
So I don't put it on my streaming machine.
How did you
Yeah,
do
Just
that?
mute it. That's all you gotta do.
I have the right tools
Yep.
for the job.
Excuse me. Everyone's enjoyed their holidays so far.
Yeah. I'm going to turn down the sound on here though.
I know
Oh,
Andy
yeah.
watched a little bit on Saturday. I mind gamed the shit out of him on Saturday.
Yeah, I saw most of it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was going a little bit back and forth. But
Doppelganger,
sounds
a whole
fun.
bunch,
Yep.
yeah, with some quicklings and some bargists and some and lycanthropes. Yeah, the whole gang. Yeah, it was fun. Pre-drinking? It's early to pre-drink for New Year's, man. Holy jeez. I gotta work tomorrow and
A
Tuesday,
story once spoken
but that's not too
is
bad.
ageless. The dungeon
be a lot worse.
imagined without end. The curious are the ones most.
Well, the
curious.
advantage of being at the university
Tree
is
that
that we're
endures
shut down
has
until
opened.
the 5th.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Stillness, the mad mage
Start the
is
classic D&D
stirring.
reprint giveaway, so don't
From
forget that.
countless voices, the castle takes shape. Zagig will test the enduring.
Okay.
Those unlucky will never escape.
You're all good.
Yeah, I just got the Christmas card from Trollords.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yep.
I got mine Friday or Saturday.
I think I got ours Friday, but we normally only go to the mailbox like once a week. So
Oh,
yeah, that's why it took a while to get to for us to go and get it.
cool.
Yep.
POV, I had 30 minutes before my
Always the
campaign
wrong
group
button.
showed up and I was
Get a little
totally
cards in before we
unprepared.
start.
I grabbed my Ready Set Encounter box and boom,
Yep.
everything I
Same
needed
here.
for an epic session. Adventure hooks, map tiles, loot
good
tables,
here.
stat blocks, and miniatures, all ready to go. My players still think I spent hours planning our Great Dragon encounter. If you're a busy dungeon master, get Ready Set Encounter live now on Kickstarter.
One ad for them, and then we'll get moving here. All right, I got all the shout outs out. I actually got that done. Right. So, Cool. Ah. All right. Hey, Pam. Hope you had fun yesterday. Need mind gaming, you guys. I'm gonna switch it to another screen real quick, and then I'm gonna run out because I want to get my workbench here. I don't have them on my desk. 1 second. Gotcha, Allison. Alright, come on. Look, we're a few minutes early for an 8 o'clock start. That's not a bad thing, right? Woo. Right.
Unless we get people who are actually showing up at 8.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Of course. That'll be a lot more. Where are horses? Nah, man. I should have figured out a way to put that damn were shark in because you were like so fixated on it, dude. I should have figured out a way just to add it. But it's all good.
A were shark?
Yeah.
Does it talk like Chevy Chase?
Yeah. Land shark. Well, we had were-boars, were-bear, a dwarven were-bear,
Oh, yeah.
were-rats, were-tigers. Yeah. It was a fun one. So, thanks. I'm not in a completely miserable mood because the Eagles held on, so there you go. So.
Oh, that's why we had to delay for an hour. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Okay.
it's usually football. Yeah, or some sport.
Season's almost over, Anna.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick announcement. By the way, we got Denis and we're gonna have a fun discussion tonight. So then you could actually jump the shark. Yeah. Some people already said I've jumped the shark, unfortunately. Yeah, thanks, Fosco. Get us that hype going, everyone. This is technically Tuesday night because Mike won't be here either. Will be another Gabbin because it's more on the Gabbin base. So we're gonna have a bonus Gabbin this week in No Legends and Lore. Really doesn't matter, right? Talk show's a talk show. Year in Review 2025! Woo! Tuesday. All right. So there we go. We'll have that on on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. All right. Talk about all the great things that happened in 2025. Look forward to 2026. And have some fun there. And let's talk about welcome, Denis. Thanks for accepting this great topic. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love this topic. I really do. So, Denis and I have had enough of Robert Wardle. Okay, 2 more major these posts in Facebook yesterday and today. Another one hit today.
Oh, I didn't see today.
Oh yeah. Like world history or something. And I'm like, I've had it. So
who's posting these? Like
it's lazy journalism reposting the originals over and over and over again.
But is
So-
it like AI bots that are reposting?
No, I just think
news
it's someone who
or-
wants to put something up. Oh, this is cool. So Dennis actually posted first on the other one over the weekend. It was like Friday, and he I'm like, Dennis, you're right, you have time. But
Yeah.
3 paragraphs.
But it's also safe journalism because somebody's already reporting it. So if it's wrong, it's someone else's fault
Yeah.
because you just reported
Exactly,
what someone else reported. So yeah.
Did I actually-
Revenge is coming, and it's coming with a dish served cold to him. Because I'm going to take something very, very precious away from him very shortly. So I've had enough.
Have you
I've
heard
had
anything
enough.
back?
No, because of the holiday. So
Yeah. Okay.
Dennis, I have submitted my campaign as the oldest in history to the Guinness Book of World Records
Oh, okay. Oh,
to
cool.
supplant him. And I paid the expedited fee to have it done because I want it done by the time I go to GaryCon, maybe page 2, and the fundraiser and all. So yes, that guy, this is paining me more, Curtis, because it's just not ending. It's not stopping, right? Dennis, you agree with me. I saw how frustrated you were in that post.
Huh.
Yeah.
The other thing that I didn't say in that post is that one of the things that it says in his write-up is that he did it when he was at the University of Western Ontario. He started his campaign as a student, as an undergrad student. Oddly enough, I went to the University of Western Ontario.
Did you really?
Like his university is mine, except what I got there was a PhD.
Right. Okay.
So there's a little bit of ironic connection there.
Yeah.
And we were both there, but
But you never played with him, or he wasn't in your circles, or
no.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Not One, as old as you can damn get, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm 50. I'll be 59 in March. Anna's, you 60 yet, Anna?
I'm 60, so I will be 61 at GaryCon next year. So
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Mhm.
And Dennis,
Yeah.
how old are you,
I didn't
if I may
think-
ask?
You're older than I thought you were. I'm 65.
Oh my gosh!
Mhm.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Yeah,
Cool.
no,
yeah.
my wife was all excited when we could start getting senior discount at Shoppers Drug Mart.
Mhm. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
20% on Tuesdays.
Mhm.
No, we got some Mr. Not One. If you watch my games, I got a 22-year-old playing Korg. He's in his 20s. I got a lot of people in their 20s playing in my games
Yeah.
on Saturday mornings and stuff. So a lot of us are in that same. This is old. You know, we talk a lot of old school Greyhawk. Tonight, the reason I came up with this idea was, this Guinness Book of World Record is longest, and in quotes, homebrew D&D campaign ongoing. Because they're not going to stick me with, it's yours is Greyhawk, because mine's the Order of Eula campaign. Yours is the Melkotia or Melkot campaign, right? Yeah.
Well,
With
we're
Greyhawk as a background.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk tonight about how our games are so homebrewed. But that's the great thing about Greyhawk. It's meant to be this way.
Mhm.
Absolutely meant to be this way. And Anna's as well. We'll have some fun with this discussion. Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Awesome. Dennis,
Yeah.
you've gone a couple times over the years. You got the longest website still active for Greyhawk. Let me tell you
Yeah.
that.
So it's good to say there should be a
Yeah,
prize for that too.
I think I've outlasted all of my contemporaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you want to link your site at any point, please do in chat, and then we can, because we may refer to
sure.
that. If I need to
Well,
bring it up on the screen, we
probably-
can do that.
We'll probably refer to it in
Absolutely.
a way.
I forget what I was. Here we go. Hype, sub-hype. So, schedule for next week is once again is
I put a link in there, so there you have it, guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. You beat me to it.
Web Ring of One. Yeah, that Greyhawk Web Ring in the 90s was so awesome.
Web rings were a big thing back in about 2000 or
Hootie.
late 90s, early 2000.
I loved
We
Hootie out of
talked, we
all of them.
talked a little bit about that when
Yeah.
I had my 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yep.
But back then, search engines were not really a thing.
Right.
Yep.
So you had to link yourself.
So web rings were really useful. Now with the efficiency of Google and Bing and all of that,
They will
you
come
don't
back.
really need a web ring any longer.
Not soon you will be again, because I think they're shittifying themselves so bad that soon we might need them again. So it's good. You've probably been here full circle, so
Oh, maybe.
a couple of more years and it's probably a good idea again. Yeah.
Mm,
So here's my question to start. Dennis, when's your campaign deviate from the base Greyhawk?
when did it
When did you
deviate?
start deviating right from Greyhawk with all
Oh,
sorts of little fun things, nuances?
I think any time we home ruled, we were a deviation, right? So, I mean, it happens pretty
Quickly.
seamlessly and quickly,
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It does.
for sure.
And
Mine was in 1984.
Oh,
After
thanks. I found my character sheets. They're 2E character sheets, but yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. After I run Homelet, that's after that it's been deviating since. I tried to generally be on par, but in detail, no. It was my own stuff.
so I can name a dozen things that are only in my campaign in Greyhawk that aren't anywhere else easily, right? And that starts right when the Folio came out, 1980. But we were running Greyhawk before that. Hamlet's out. The G series is out. There's a lot of stuff that's out in 78. G series comes out in 1978. Hamlet comes out in 79. And I played those, and we were playing, an amorphous Greyhawk, but I don't count my official campaign starting till I started logging adventures that were specific pertinent to the campaign, and that's 1980. But I started playing in 78 with Holmes Basic. Yeah. Until first edition really got rolling there. But, there's a lot of people out there who would say the same thing. And I see when we get one of those posts, word on posts, all these people go, I've been playing with one guy said, I've been playing with my wife since 78, 47 years continuously. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for you. Exactly. So
we started with the original basic box set, but within 6 months, the AD&D DM's Guide came out, and we switched almost right away. We didn't play basic for very long, and we switched to AD&D very, very quickly.
You're limited basic. You're limited
Same.
third level characters.
Yeah.
Same for us. I think we played it for a few months or something, but then we went back and forth maybe during a year between the Mensa's Red Box and AD&D back in 1980, 81.
Mensa did come out
and
to
82.
Mensa did come out to 83, Anna.
Oh, okay. Then we played it again afterwards because we started playing before then. So we played AD&D, and then we played Mensa's when that came out.
You may have played the second one. Who's the second basic, Dennis?
No, I don't think
I can never keep those early versions.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. The only one I played was the Mensa box set. That was the only one. So we started with OD&D back then. Yeah, and then we played AD.
Wow, my brain just went off, everyone.
I think the boxes are in
oh my gosh.
For the old.
May 1st, yeah. A lot of these Dennis is linked because he uses them in his campaign there, Curtis. So we're gonna have fun with that discussion. Who
yeah, that, for example, is not exactly Greyhawk.
There's a lot of stuff that aren't exactly Greyhawk that we're using there. Mulvey, thank you, BB. Mulvey. Mulvey Basics 81.
Mulvey, oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Blue Expert Box. That's Mulvey's Expert Box. There were 2 boxes for Mulvey.
Yep.
Right. And then
I love Netscape. Netscape was great.
Yeah, they put him right out of business, and it got sued. And then Cook is expert. Yep. So Cook is expert. Zeb Cook did the expert set.
Did he? Okay.
Okay, so Mulvey did the basic, and Cook did the expert. Thank you, Dat. Appreciate that. I've never used either of those because when we referred back, it was always Holmes. So which was just so cool. That's what drew me in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep tweaking my camera.
That's
here.
okay, man. That's
Mhm.
okay. So, early on, and some of you will have some memories.
I want it to focus properly.
We'll round table this. Give me the pinnacle early on Greyhawk moment that you're like, man, it's gonna stick in my head forever. This was so awesome. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna deviate off a little bit. Now, that can be two separate things. I know that's a tough one to tie in.
For me, that defining moment was when I ran Temple of Elemental Evil, when I realized the nodes and all that didn't resonate with me at all. I like the surroundings and the base story and all of that. So I basically invented my own under the sub temple, so to speak. And
Right.
these little nodes and stuff that didn't resonate with me at all. So they had an mostly elven party that was there to keep an eye out of what's going on in the neighborhood, so to speak. And but that was the first time I realized that, I'm going to do it a different way. And that was basically the first campaign, so to speak. I ran Homelet roughly almost as written. And then I realized after we've been to the mode house that I need to do this differently. And that was since then I've only read through the modules and then just come up with my own way of using them.
Yeah.
And often just use different little parts, like a location, a city or a town or an NPC, and then or maybe an encounter and say, oh, that's cool. So I make my own version of it, and that's it. And that started with Temple of Elemental Evil because that's I realized now I can do this differently. I don't have to, but I kept an eye on everything that came out. So when the Greyhawk Wars came, I kind of took the overarching story of I used attacking for Yundi and ran with it for some years, but the details were very different. But I took the basic idea, so it gave me an incentive. It gave me a home for my campaign, so to speak, and that came roughly about a year after. So in '84, I started running. It was a year after I got the box set, and to run because our DM escaped to America, so we needed to have new DMs. So we rotated around, and then I had my secret weapon was the Greyhawk box set. So I became the forever DM after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never messed with the nodes either. I just say that's extra stuff. That's extra content. I don't need to go there. So
yeah,
we never did nodes in my temple either. Ever. Ever.
I ran when I ran Temple of Elemental Evil. They went through, and Rick was part of that actually.
Okay.
My buddy Rick, who's my main player, he's listening on the stream. He's in the audience right now, but
cool.
so he remembers the temple very well. I ran the nodes as they were in the module, but like Anna said, they never really felt right like separate elemental environments. They seem more like just elementally themed caves.
Yeah.
I thought that they should be more than that.
But point.
That all changed when the manual of the planes came out and defined what it was like to be an elemental plane, like an environment that was truly elemental. So yeah, the manual of the planes was a key.
Groundbreaking work, wasn't it?
It was absolutely.
It was cool. And for me, it's just one of those that I knew the way my guys played, we would rarely use it, right? We'd rarely go plane hopping.
Well, it's not for everybody.
Right. No, agreed. But it's still a cool book. I only have the cover. I gotta have to find it.
Yeah, the weird thing that happened for me when I started running games, meaning I played for like three years or something very intensely as a player when I started running my games. But when I started running games in Greyhawk, then I got a completely different view and idea of the game. In the beginning, it was a game. You were supposed to have a character, you're supposed to get it better, you're supposed to survive, gather XP and so on. I saw it first and foremost as a game. You roll dice, you overcome obstacles, and you can survive. That was the goal of the game. But when I started running games, I didn't see it as a game. It was a place, and the rules became a sort of scaffolding in order to tell the stories and to simulate us being there going on an adventure. So then the rules became secondary, and they were just a tool to get to the
Yeah.
fun stuff we were doing. And the rules kind of came in the backwaters. So that was the start. But I wasn't anywhere near ready. To decades for me to, or at least a decade to start seriously thinking about tweaking the rules. But I started my kind of, this is kind of difficult because the rules fought the way I wanted to play the game for a long time, so to speak. But so each running the Greyhawk changed how I viewed the hobby. And I still like to play as a player in other people's campaign, and there you play it very differently. But when I run games, became completely upside down after about a year.
And also, let's Dino Plains is 1987. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about the early years still.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't have this great anime map here, but all right. So
which I didn't have in the first 25 something
right,
years.
exactly.
Yep.
As
well. Yeah.
So for me, and God, I'm not gonna bash anyone. There's someone on YouTube put out a vid about what a shitty or what a not good adventure Hamlet is, and you all know who it is probably, so we don't even need to go there. But like I'm like, this is ridiculous. You're not considering the time frames this was made up. All right, it's just crazy. It's ultimate.
I think
sandbox.
the points were well made, but exactly. But it was
Yeah.
he or whatever. I'm not going to name names. They who's reviewed it from today's standpoint,
Exactly.
which I think
Not
is
from
wrong.
1978.
Yeah.
So
exactly, I think it's still for its time. I think it was a brilliant adventure.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind if I drink a little bit of Page. So
it was
glad and sad and person who. Oh yeah. Rob will talk. Trust me. So 1978, 79. I'm just running games with my friends. We're not running campaign. We are characters leveling up and all that. 1980 comes around, ties in all the adventures. I'm like, oh my God, this adventure's here. This adventure's here. Now it makes sense. But we're technically still doing Greyhawk stuff, but we're not running Greyhawk as a campaign's full because we don't have a map yet. There's no map yet until the folio comes out and the Darlene map is there. But we tied in everything that happened here, and with us, we were able to, because there was no time, we didn't know what year it was, right? We were able to start whenever the hell we wanted. So we didn't start in 576. We started in 569 when the Battle of Emerald Meadows started. And that was some good character background on that, right? Everyone's like a zero. We didn't do zero level. Everyone's a first level character. Everyone's a squire in the game, and that's where we started. And we had no detail. Mike's details are not out on all the troops. We had to make it all up. So I deviated right there at the Battle of Emerald Meadows because I had no idea force sizes or anything. The writing, which is what, a paragraph and a half. You know what it is. It's just generic. So I'm not doing the full war battles with the exact right number of troops, but we're using our imagination and stuff, and it was fun. And that's kind of where it went from there after that, But other publications, like I don't remember a lot of other publications. I think the first ones I ever saw were Roll Aids. No, Judges Guilds are first. Roll Aids are second, right? Dennis, what about you?
I had a couple of Judges Guild things. I didn't really use them. I sent you the cover of one of the Roll Aids things. I've used some bits and pieces from that. And there was some Bard's Games stuff that I used as well.
From Bard's Tale?
A Bard's Game.
Here's this one.
This one here.
Oh, Arcanum. Oh, Bill the Master Crafter and his buddies were playing Arcanum. I met them. They weren't playing D&D. They were playing Arcanum.
This was 1985.
Yeah.
And then the Roll Aids one, this one, yeah, the one there that you're showing there. What year was that?
My guess on this is like 82, 83. That's a guess.
83, 1983.
Yeah. The early days.
So yeah, so those were some of the side things, but I think it was the summer of 1982, I had a summer job working for the Ontario Geological Survey in Toronto. And their offices are no longer in Toronto, but at the time they were right downtown Toronto. And so in the sun, at lunchtime, I would walk around and visit. There was a couple of game stores there, and that's where I stumbled upon the Harn stuff.
Oh.
And
Okay.
so as soon as I found that stuff, like Cities of Harn, for example.
Well, let me bring that up.
What year was Cities?
I have them all done here. Let me see if it has a 83. All right, so that's in the
83.
first 3 years that qualifies. It's pre Unearthed That's what I'm kind of looking for.
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's pre Unearthed.
And
Whoops,
so even
shit.
before Cities came out, they had a series of small publications that were called Encyclopedia Harnica, and I put one of the
Pictures. Yeah.
one of the ones in PDFs in your
Here we
folder.
go.
Those
Yeah.
came out before, and so Cities was actually a compilation of articles that came out from here.
Trying to see what year this was.
And is there a year there?
It's probably at the end. So at least wait, that's something new.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Canadian. That's why. Columbia Games is in Washington and Vancouver.
Well, they were based. They started out in British Columbia. Yeah, they're a Canadian company, but then because of shipping, their shipping stuff all left from the States.
This is 84 according to this one.
84. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a later
11.
one.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
The first couple of them came out, and I was like, wow, this stuff is cool. And if you look at some of the maps in there,
maps were
so
fantastic.
The Harn stuff was. Oh, well, there's a color version of that if you keep scrolling.
Sure.
They were inside the covers, if I remember correctly. So they should be at. There you go. Yep.
No, they were amazing maps.
And color in these books for this time is rare.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Oh no, they were super quality publications.
Yeah.
And so I suspect, that summer of 82, when I started using the Harn stuff, that's when my campaign sort of started being a bit different, like not your non-standard Greyhawk was incorporating the maps. For example, if you pull up the cover of the Cities again.
Yep, sure.
So the top.
This style is your Greyhawk City.
Oh, I rip off the style.
Well, I just realized that.
No, I fully admit to it.
Yeah.
So that's the center one, center top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one there is a city called Tashel in Harn. Well, that became my Verbabank.
Okay.
That was my city of Verbabank map because the population matched. It was on a river and the right positioning. Well, you could rotate the maps, obviously, but I didn't even have to rotate that one. That's perfect positioning for Verbabank. And so yeah, I started incorporating this stuff.
Saves you months of not having to make up these things from scratch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, imagine having a full fleshed out city by just flipping open a book instead of.
Think about it. Think about it with, and I'm not bashing anyone. Greyhawk only has no developed cities until the Preceding Greyhawk box set.
Yeah. No,
that's 80, what, 88, 87, 88, 89, that era. Maybe 89, I think.
89, I think.
Yeah. So we're 9 years, if we're doing 19, we're 9 years away from even having a city written up.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
good. Yeah.
And that was one of the things that that Realms had an advantage over Greyhawk they were developing cities.
Ed was
Mhm.
developing.
Well, Ed did it. Yeah, Ed did
Ed's insane.
it.
Ed is insane. So this is 83. This whole
Yeah,
one.
they had a deeper
Yeah, but keep in
view of
mind that's a
game set.
compilation book.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thay, they had a Thay as well.
yeah, yeah. A different Thay.
Mhm.
So I use Lankmar as a stand-in. Rob, a lot of people use Lankmar.
Mhm.
A
Yeah.
lot of people use Lankmar.
Yeah, but if I recall correctly, Lankmar was a geohex, like a randomized boxes, right? And I didn't like a city design that way.
There were parts of it. Most of the important parts were pre-made and so on.
okay.
And then there were empty little squares on a bunch of places on the
I
map.
remember
Yep.
now. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. And then you can place these geomorphs that were like a little booklet with geomorphs in there that you can place in
Sure.
there. So yeah. But I didn't
So
like that
everybody's
either.
city
Yep.
was a little different.
Yep.
So for me, in these early 80s, I have now Alan goes to a different high school than me. So Alan's playing in 78, 79, and then 80, a little bit in 80, and then he goes to Paul 6. I go to Heights, so I don't see him that much.
Hmm.
But I'm in high school and sitting there at the lunch table of all the runners, all the track guys, cross country guys, and Walt comes. I think he's got one of the A series. I was like, "Yo, you play D&D?" He's like, "Yeah. I played with next door neighbor, two next door neighbors, Tim and Marco, and that was it. That's how I met them. So I met Walt at school, and then Tim was going. Tim was a year younger. And they have a mysterious Tim who's still in France, by the way, everyone. So he'll be back. I'm not sure when he's coming back, but he'll be back around the new year. Asked me that question the first time I got in the car with him about speed factors and daggers, and that was the first thing he ever said to me. So I was like, man, there's someone nerdier than me in the world. So, but with that,
No, say it's not true.
yeah, with that, the book of maps was a slide in the cover.
Yeah,
There are
that was it.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say that was typical for a TSR product at the time. They had a little pocket in the back cover where you put a little booklet. Temple of Elemental Evil,
Well,
I think, was the
Temple
first one.
had that.
Yeah, I think that was the first one who had it. Then several other modules got the same thing. That you had little map booklet and little stat blocks and stuff in the back there.
So there are a ton of Judges Guild publications that are out at this time. I mean, Thracia is out. I don't know when Dark Tower comes out. We'll talk about that. Mike Disney, thanks, man.
Welcome.
We just started, Mike, so get in for the ride here because we started an hour later than normal. But Tim and his dad were all over the place with collecting stuff, and I'm so happy I found this. I have mine on the Wall of Fame already, but I have my photocopied with all my notes on the original Fortress Elendar by Jeffrey Dillow. All right. And I was shocked on the date on this. I thought this was 80, 81. This came out in 79.
Oh, wow.
This is, we didn't play it in 79 because I didn't know Tim in 79. I didn't know Tim until 80. But it's got all my first edition conversion notes because this is High Fantasy Adventure Series. I bought all their books. I got Morgard and all the other rule books for them. Of course, Mike, anytime. This is my next 24-hour stream I'm going to do. So whenever that is, we're going to run it. But this kind of stuff, I'm like, well, I don't care. It's not Greyhawk, right? Why would I care? I don't have a PDF on this, so I can't. That's why I'm not throwing it up and showing it. But there's a copy of the front page in color. But I'm like, why would it matter for me? I'm thinking to myself, all this stuff is out there to be used, and there's not a lot of Greyhawk stuff out. You have to homebrew. You have to write your own adventures. There's not. There's how many adventures are there? Maybe a dozen. And I'm talking about counting the series. There's about G series, D series, A series, C1, C2.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. What do you call it? Tomb of Horrors. But there's beyond that. there's like a dead zone in those
Yeah.
in that early 80s time for adventures to come out. You know, because a lot of those adventures came out 85, like Warren Kane's Fantastic Adventure and all those. Isle of the Ape. What's up,
Well,
Tim?
even then, the adventures themselves are very compact, and there's
Yeah.
very little information about the rest of the world except those few articles that would periodically come out in Dragon by Gary Gygax and by Len and
Rob.
Kuntz.
Yeah.
And we get snippets of campaign world information, but until some of the later kind of regional publications came out, yeah, we didn't see anything.
Right. And that's
we waited forever. The promises of the City of Greyhawk go all the way back to
Temple.
The original folio. I think he mentions that the city is going to come out soon.
Yeah, no, 100% it says that in there.
And it took 10 years.
Yeah, and Temple took 7.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
7 years. That's a long time for a kid to wait.
You're not a kid anymore.
Yeah. So we are meandering along, and that's why. And also, we know there are no deities till 83.
Yeah.
Start appearing in Dragon magazine, but there, you know, if you're a kid like me, you're not buying every subscription every month. You're not buying every single one. You're not getting to you're you know, I don't have a bike to drive to the Berlin Mart from my house to go get a Dragon magazine. And, you know, there was no way I could convince my mother that we're going to pay a monthly subscription to get it mailed to me. So,
well, that's the other thing that happened when I was working in the big city in Toronto, walking around, checking out all of the game stores, is that's also when I discovered Dragon magazine. And I visited every store every week for the 2 months that I was in Toronto, and literally bought all of the back issues that I could find of Dragon
that's what I did too. I bought as many as I could, and I think I got a few back in the 70s, and then from about mid 90s, I got everyone after that.
Yeah, no, my oldest physical copy of Dragon, I think, is issue 45.
Okay, I didn't get that far. I think maybe maybe I got a few later, but I think they were in the 70s when I saw them, or maybe 80s or 90s. I think 93. I'm sure I have, because I remember that one, but I think I have a few earlier than that too.
My earliest purchase was 53 with the monk chick on the front cover.
Oh, okay.
That was my earliest purchase, and then beyond that, then I started collecting the back ones, and I got the anti-paladin one pretty quickly. I mean, that's the one I wanted. I wanted that anti-paladin because there are no PDFs.
No.
Yeah,
oh,
there are
no,
no PDFs.
there was no such thing. No.
Yeah.
No, I had the anti-paladin one when the annual came out.
Right. The annuals helped, and that was one of the reasons that they had the annuals back then.
Yeah,
which made
because
sense.
there was no way of getting the old stuff.
Right. Absolutely. And now it's just like snapping and getting. I suggest for software to create maps of strongholds and towns and such. There's a lot of software out there, but like, man, it's just like that is a custom craft for map making.
There is a website that I haven't played with in a few years that generates kind of medieval city maps. And they're kind of, you know, if you export them and tweak them, it was kind of a useful site. We'll see if we can try to put our finger on that.
Okay, sounds good.
Do you remember the site that I'm talking about, Anna?
Well, there's a Warabu is one, WAT. Asher put it in there. That's one that does cities. They don't look great, but they are very, very functional. Yes.
Yeah, I think that may be Warabu.
Yeah, Warabu.
Yeah,
it's a very useful one. Yeah.
So,
but I mean, I use Photoshop for making my maps. Usually what it starts out as a hand sketch that I then scan, and then I start working from that. Obviously, you use a different technique to start.
I start making the terrain, and then I have a base idea, and then I make the terrain, and then I fit the buildings on top of the terrain. So
So I struck gold with this search, Dennis. I'm glad we did this. So, and then I here's my first ever
digging through your boxes.
Just looking through my old original adventures, I found the following. Oh my gosh. And anyone remember Discover magazine?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I remember.
I don't have any of them from when I was a kid, but this is from Discover of January 1981. This is about now Mazes and Monsters is not out yet. That's 82. So it says here, after surfacing in 74, the creation of Gygax in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, D&D quickly became a fad amongst wargamers and college students. Now it is played chiefly by the under 18 set. That's not true. In places from Dalton, a prestigious private school in New York City, to public libraries in Saratoga, California. You know, so they, but there's a lot of negativity in this article, and but it was cool that they actually, it's only a 2-page article, but I kept it. So, here are 2 of my original Greyhawk adventures. And I've run them multiple times because we had new groups going out. Number 1 was Kulara's Lair, and here it is. There is you can barely see it. Look at this grab paper. This is the super grab paper, right? And it runs all the way across the top. That's it, right? And 2 pages. That is it, all written up. So we're talking about 1980 for this. And then this one was an ode to what happened yesterday. This one was named In the Flesh. And there's the map. It's the Rushford Estate. Lord Mayor's Estate in Rushford, which Anna put on the map for me in Keeland eventually. But there's my background on it, and there is.
Wow.
And here is all the writings in it. But we had, yep, the main bad guy was a doppelganger, just like Saturday. I had Zwarts in here too. So there you go. First level adventure, both of them. So they're my 2 first ever adventures I ran specifically in my Greyhawk setting for starting up new campaigns. Yep. So also in here, I found these 2, which are on my wall of fame for, which I never put up for Dragon magazine. And that was another place. I was like, Dungeon's not out yet, but Dragon's out, and they have some great adventures. One of the best ones of all time. And look, it is photocopied. We ran this multiple times. There you go.
Oh yeah, Maldin's been in there.
Alcarg the Elf Slayer, right? The spear.
He has it still in his.
Do you? That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then here's this. Another great adventure. This is a D&D one. This is not AD&D. Sword of Justice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember that one actually.
Yeah, well,
I've never seen those. Yeah.
This is December 84.
Yep, they never made it across the pond.
Citadel by the Seas, October of 83 in Dragons. So,
yeah, well, I mean, the adventures started out as
these are Dragons.
section within Dragon magazine. And then it kind of, I think, Dungeon became a subsection with Dragon. Then it was spun off as a separate magazine.
Yeah.
And then so then it was Dungeon was just nothing but
so
adventure.
Happy I found them. I was excited. I was like, oh my God, my original adventures.
But like I remember the Wandering Trees and
Wandering Trees was good. Yeah.
That Rick, I think that was one of Rick's original adventures.
Really?
For his personal
wasn't it?
Character. But there's my very first characters.
You have your first character sheet. There you go.
Yep. I have some of the ones
the
we
yellow,
played back
the
in
yellow,
the day.
yellow.
Oh, you have the original yellow. Yep.
Yeah.
We they were so
Which
rare
character?
that we.
This is Aragorn.
Oh, it's Aragorn.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, we usually use the photocopies. Yeah, we did use the originals. Yeah, we used the originals to make photocopies. Then we played with the copies.
Oh, and then I started making photocopies, and so this is, let's see if that will.
That's right. There you go. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's nice. Slide it over towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
That's
Wow.
Maldin's original sheet.
Cool.
You got that's
Yeah.
from Drag. That's the wizard from the Wormy.
It is the Wormy Wizard.
It is. We were showing that last week. Yeah, the Wormy Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real cool.
Yeah. So those are my first two characters right there. I still have the original character sheets.
Yeah. I have a couple of them, but there were so
Mine are
many
all buried
characters and we
somewhere.
died so often that we didn't survive long in the first some years. And then I have some of my first players that I had in my Greyhawk campaign. I have their character sheets too, but most of the players kept their character sheets, so I don't have them, but I have a few.
Within that very first party with Aragorn, that was the original priest. And you mentioned that we didn't have priests or we didn't have gods before. So, I mean, now Azimus is his patron deity is Celestian. He started out, he was a priest of Zeus, I think.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Between 80 and 83, you had no choice.
No, there was nothing else.
Yeah, mine kept, and I was like, I'm not moving them. I'm not moving. I'm keeping Uko in. I'm keeping a lot of, my Leaky's in still. Leviator for the bad guys, Heisty for the bad guys, Ilmater.
Yeah. In a way, I'm glad that I didn't discover Greyhawk until he was almost feature complete in that sense that deities and stuff were there. So that was part of the appeal.
Sheets.
Yeah.
That sadness there is mentioned. Yeah, those yellow sheets were originally called goldenrod. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually made our own. I made our own version of that. So I took and redrew and did them before there was even computers. So I did I photocopied them twice the size, and then I rearranged and I had layout stuff so I can add and change things on them. So and then shrunk them down again, and they looked fairly okay.
Well, the 2E character sheets.
No, that was we did that in the 80s. So before we had computers, really, we had like little gaming machines, but there were nothing that we could use desktop publishing on. That came in the early 90s. We got that.
Yeah,
so that,
I had some kind of word processing program on Commodore 64, and it was
but
terrible.
Exactly. I wanted them to look cool, so we used the old-fashioned methods and got them professionally printed, the versions of them. That was
my 2E character sheets that I have on the website. They were done in the original like Word from Windows 3.0.
Yeah.
And
wow,
all 9 because I use 9 stats.
Yeah.
Instead of 6.
Yeah.
Well,
what's space for all 9?
What extra 3 stats do you use?
Comeliness from Arcana.
And what more?
And I use willpower or power, which there's a description of on my website. And I also use perception.
There you go. Yeah. So I use Hawktails has 9 stats as well. There's 3 metaphysical ones: comeliness, corruption, and so comes on top on there. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it's cool that you used it too. So yeah.
Yeah. And so I needed new sheets so I could have that information. So yeah, I designed with the original Word, Microsoft Word 1.0, I think.
Yeah. And the reason I learned Corel Draw in the first place was to make character sheets. Before I made maps, I made character sheets using it. That was because it was a layout kind of tool to draw and do layout. So that's why I got it first. So that was the base thing that I started doing. And then I got into maps as well. But I hand drew my maps long after I started using computers for character sheets and stuff. So I was a bureaucrat DM because I had forms for everything. I had forms for encounters. I have a whole binder full of these old forms still, just for fun, so to speak. And I made PDFs out of them from Corel Draw, and I still have the PDFs. So I'm thinking about redoing them for Hawktails, but now I have better tools. But it was kind of fun. Yep.
Technology marches on.
Yep.
Okay, got that. Trying to throw some more stuff up.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's why we thankfully I had access to people who had professional printers so early on, so I could take a PDF and got it printed really, really high quality. That was the good. So I realized now how blessed I was in a lot of sense, because I had a fixed income or a good income from when I was 18, and access to a lot of cool technology that we could use. Yeah. And damn, we used it too.
Yeah, I mean, you've all. My sheet is just a years of compilation and changes that make sense for our campaigns.
Yeah.
You know, we've done it
And that
over
we should
time.
do a whole show on what technical tools and stuff we use. We should do a Gabbin on that in the future,
that'd be a good
both
idea.
back in the day and what we're using today, because I think a lot of people are interested in that too.
It's a good idea, definitely.
Yep.
All right.
Some of my original text files were WordStar that was typed out on CPM.
Yeah.
What was the Quattro Pro, and what was that brand? Oh my God, was that for? God, I can't remember who did that. Because Word.
It was Lotus 1, 2, 3 was the
that you had
Lotus.
WordPerfect and
WordPerfect
stuff,
and Quattro Pro. Yeah, that was Lotus.
Yeah,
that was Lotus. That was before, you know, once again the Microsoft stuff took all over. And there was also, you know, there was also a lot of people said
Corel is still there. They keep sending me newsletters saying, "Oh, with the special discounts to come back to Corel." So,
I still use CorelDRAW, but
I'm considering it, so to speak, because I loved CorelDRAW much better than Illustrator, because it's much more straightforward than Illustrator.
Yeah.
So it was compatibility and 64-bit support that moved me over to Illustrator. But now CorelDRAW has that too. So yeah.
Okay, so early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about pre-Arcana, before that the other rules come out. What? Dennis, what happened in your game at that point? What was what was going on in your Greyhawk in the early years? 80 to 84, 85.
80 to 84. Well, that's when we were running some of those original, like the GDQ series, right? That was then Temple. When did Temple come out? Was that
85?
80? Was that 85 already? Yeah, it's. Well, I can.
I'm getting, you know, and this is where I'm getting my timeline up here, and I am way behind on logging adventures the end of this year. So
get my timeline up here. I know Ricky.
I had a big war. It's not like we're doing a big war. The Sea Princes are going to invade Keeland by land, and it's a surprise. So yes, and I have all the years chunked out here, and these years are off. These years are off in my game, but because remember, I am not logging in all my adventures before this, and because I didn't consider it part of the official campaign setting. Well, mine starts in 583, which is ridiculous, but that's just the way it, you know, the logged adventures. And so all my G series ones aren't even on here, you know, running them. None of the D series, you don't see them on here either, because they're run well before. But this, let's see if the actual year is not on here of each year. I tried to figure that out, but it was really tough. I know, I know the end of Temple Elemental was 1987, because
okay.
But yeah, here, so from when I started logging in 1980, this is so Valve Outpost number 1, Knights Invade Malmberg. You know, there are many unpleasant ways to die. Another adventure I wrote. Shokanth appears on here as number 9. Let's see. Hey, darling, you guys on tonight? Or are you off because of the holidays? So we started an hour late tonight. But yeah, so Shokanth, I think, is the first named published adventure. It is Shokanth. But then we're gonna run, we're gonna run some other stuff. You're gonna see Hamlet eventually appear on
I
here.
see Barnacus. I ran that.
Barnacus City in Peril, yeah.
And there's City by the
Citadel.
Citadel.
The Sylvan Brotherhood that came in a Grenadier paint set. Here, look, and then we jumped over and did some Dragonlance ones. Oh my god! Here, Return to the Steading of the Old Giant Chief. There was a return adventure I wrote. Yeah, I made some changes to it. Assassin's Knot and Bone Hill are on here.
Yeah.
15 and 16. But look, then we're running stuff multiple times. So you look more and more and more. I'm running stuff over and over. But as
there's Village
pop
of Homeland. There's Temple of Elemental Evil.
Yeah, that was this finished. So that took 2 years.
Yeah.
the way I ran it, and that counts, starting with Hamlet going all the way through. So, and that was
I
with
did Castanamir as well. Yeah.
so
So the way my timeline goes,
Ravenloft.
the very first was the
Thursday.
Caves of Chaos.
Yeah, let's see here. We gotta have Bone Hill, Citadel by Sea, Clara's Lair 3. There's gotta be here. I can't believe that I don't have that on here. Find. What are we? My God.
It was originally called
Borderlands.
Yeah, keep on the Borderlands. That's right.
Borderlands. There's got to be on here. Border. I'll just type in border and see what happens. 106 first time. But I know I had run it before I started logging adventures.
Yeah, so we started keep with the Borderlands. Then it looks like we did a couple of homemade dungeons. Ghost Tower of Inverness was really early. Then we started the GDQ series.
Yeah. A lot of these are dragons.
And then after that, In Search of the Unknown, Palace of the Silver Princess, Bone Hill, Forbidden City. Midas Orb was another one of those.
Yeah, that's another really good
adventures.
Dragon magazine one.
Yeah. And then some original.
Oh, Gargamon. John and I did Bone Hill originally. That's cool. Bone Hill I love. I love Bone Hill.
Maldin and Elendary went into the Astral and they did the Fed Fencer adventure.
Yeah, and
which I think was Dragon 67.
Fedefencer. I know I did it once. Fedefen.
Fedefen.
Difen. 240. Number 240.
Yeah, so.
Some of these are adventure cards. Some of these are adventures from dungeons, some from dragons. Some of them are published, just standard. A lot of them are homebrew, right? Yeah. So here, this one is a dragon. This one's the Garden of Pharaon. That's an evil group. Here's Dark Tower for the first time. 217.
Yeah.
So all right. So you were running a mix of stuff, but like we're gonna say 80% published.
Yeah, that would be a fair percentage, sure.
It's a good question, Doc. Doc, it just depends. During certain times, and you got to remember, it's a really good question. During the early times, we have people that aren't playing anymore that are running in and out and want to experience this. And so I'm like, I'm going to run this again, and it doesn't rerun it for another low-level group of people. And that's why you're going to see some of these run multiple times, right? It's in my intro adventures back then, intro first level adventures, just to get them, a taste of what's going on.
See, technically, I've never rerun a module.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have.
I couldn't imagine once it's done, and then time moves on, then whatever result.
It's done because it's a continuous campaign.
Yeah.
It's done. Now, there have been a couple of adventures where another group visited it later on.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's completely changed.
Exactly, because then they will come to the state the other ones left in, plus the time in between, so to speak, what happened. Yeah. I'm with you, Dennis. That's how I do it too.
They visited the same place. There's been more than one person that's been, for example, into Temple of Therisden.
Yeah.
Right. But you guys only had like 5 or 6 people at most playing your campaign.
At any one time, that's probably true.
I have.
You were running multiple groups.
I probably at this point here, with all this mess here, 20 to 24 people.
Yeah. See, I didn't do that. Yeah. We never had that many people together to group.
Yeah. Mark had all his friends in high school that wanted to play, and then we had our people that we worked with, and they had groups, and it just was
Yeah. I mean, but Jay, you kept your same game group, but people came and went, and then you added over time. But Dennis, how's your group status been over the years, so to speak? Do you have any original players, or have you been
Rick
you
is
moved
the only
and started over
player.
again, or
Yeah, Rick's the only original player that's still left. But but because I went to 3 different universities for my bachelor's, master's, and PhD, I was in 3 different cities.
Yeah.
And during that time, there were temporary groups, different groups that came in, absolutely.
Yeah.
But then that's the downside of playing as a university student is people graduate and leave. And I graduated and left. And
Yeah.
so, and back then there was no such thing as Roll20, like online
Yeah,
playing.
exactly. That's the same thing. We had an original group that I played with the first 5, 6 years, something like that. And then after that, I moved when I joined the military and stuff. And after during the service, then I moved to another place, and then I played a couple of times a year with my old group, and then I
Nice.
played with another group. So I
So,
back in Sweden, I had like 3 different groups that were at least like 4 or 5 years or longer with each of the groups, so to speak. But a lot of the players I had back growing up, we played together on and off until early 2000s. Yeah. So, and then I had a couple of other groups that I played in the same campaign with, but
Oh, okay.
I kept it, but they were different parts of the world, so to speak. But events could kind of happen but I organized more and more over time, so to speak, and it became more and more important with keeping a timeline straight and places and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That I got really into in the late 90s, early 2000s.
see,
And then I had to start over again when I moved here, and I started with a new group here. And now I'm on the second campaign here in the US. That
I never
unfortunately it's
worried
hiatus.
about that.
Yeah.
I never so that's where like bad TV shows all the time. I'm gonna tell you, like when I saw
Yeah.
the first season of Witcher and I
Yeah.
couldn't figure out what the hell was going on, I'm like, oh, this happened. This episode is 10 years before the episode they just
Yeah.
did. And I'm thinking to
Yeah.
myself, why can't my adventures be the same way with different groups?
No,
Especially if it's not affecting
my
the
brain doesn't work that way. Yeah.
see, but that's a way
Yeah.
of not pushing the timeline that far ahead. It helps with
Yeah.
that, and I've been doing it more and more. But yeah, thanks, Armin. 62 months, man, really cool. Stefan, I got you as
Yeah.
well. But yeah. So early on, we're looking at all right. So we got Alan 78. I got Walt and Tim at 80. Marco, we're not sure if it's 82 or 83. Okay, Marco then.
Mm.
Tom 86, and then Bill 92. So he came in late. He's the rook of that core group, right? But then there's at least 20 to 30 people that had come and gone over in that time.
Yeah.
And there's people that come and go now. So a lot of special people coming in playing, and then they don't play for a while, but
Yeah.
but it's part of, I think, the fun of the campaign.
Yeah,
All
I've had about probably about 30 people that have come and gone from the various cities, but yeah.
I'd have to really go back.
But nothing compared to the numbers of people that you've had, Jay.
Yeah, it's just insane, man. But it's part of the fun. They disappear into Kensington. Well, Prof, a lot of people disappear there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. But
Yeah.
like I go back and I think about, wow, this person played in probably 86 or 87. It's too bad they didn't stick around. Like I've had Jeff on a lot. No, Jeff Moore, right? Well, Jeff played in 84 or 85 with me. 83, 84, 85. And then we kind of, after high school and college, we lost touch with each other. Now Jeff's getting back into it and always going to Page and he's writing stuff. He's doing all that stuff for 10 now. I mean, I haven't played with him for 40 years, so it's good to see some people getting back into it too. So it never say never with someone, which is neat. All right. So early years, Dennis, you're running 80% published. Eventually.
Yeah, I'd say probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Just scrolling through the timeline now, a lot of that.
I never calculated what it is, but yeah.
What's that?
I never calculated. My guess is early on it's 50-50, and then probably now, and then in the 2000s, especially 2004, which it was probably, I was running published adventures 80 to 90%. Hey, G-Dub, good to see you. Because I'm doing too much World of Warcraft, and that's when my DMing was the worst. I just didn't have time. That era was terrible. 2004, 2008, me DMing. But now it's probably the other way around. Probably 25% published, if that, and 75% home. So, yeah. But what the adventures that are in Dragon or in Dungeon or in a third party one like a Judges Guild, or in Underworld Publishing had a couple adventures. No, I don't. Prof, I'm done. I'm done playing MMOs. I just don't have time. I'll throw in MechWarrior Online and play with my son sometimes. That's it. But that's really not a hardcore MMO. I'd love to play Star Wars: The Old Republic again. I just don't have time, especially with all the writing we need to be doing now for the project Dan and I are on. Where was I going with this? That question threw me off. What the hell was I saying? So, do you care, Dennis? You get a really cool adventure. I don't know. We can name any of them. All right, we'll name Midas Orb. That's not great. It's not Greyhawk. Did you care?
No, it's not. It was a Dragon magazine.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how much did that matter?
Oh, well, I wanted everything that I was running because it had to fit into the campaign world.
Right.
I placed it.
Yep.
How much did it matter that it wasn't originally a Greyhawk adventure? Not one bit.
You can take the idea from an adventure, meaning the basic plot idea. They going and stealing the city treasure, or there's a corrupt mayor, or whatever the story might be. So a lot of adventures give me inspiration, and then I have to, okay, what can a similar story fit in? Where can that fit in?
Yeah.
In my Greyhawk.
Oh, absolutely. I try to fit well, even something like In Search of the Unknown, I don't think was ever officially set anywhere, was it?
No, they say the mountains were near Rotic, right? What are those?
Okay.
All right. Well, I ended up
Rotic and Stunfisk, whatever those mountains are.
I put that one in the Frostwood, but and so because Maldin was up in that corner of the map for a while,
nice.
He did Midas Orb, and so I placed Midas Orb. I think that one as well went into the Frostwood, and so no, I found places for everything. Ruins of Andril was another.
That's another great one.
And so I put that in the deserts just off the south end of the map.
You mean
below the Medio?
Sea of Dust?
Hmm? Oh, no, not the south. The south. I put it off the map to the south because we didn't have any information south of the Flanaess.
Right.
So, well, okay. There's a desert there. Right. So obviously, once we got more of the map, there isn't a desert there anymore.
No.
So I'm gonna I should modify that, right? But
no. See, bad editing is part of life.
Yeah.
Just look at Happy Days.
Retcon.
What happened to Chuck?
What happened to Chuck?
The older brother just disappears.
Yeah,
Nothing.
but
I don't know.
But then you come with a big. If you do something like this, do you change the world in the future, or do you say go back and say that didn't happen and this is the way it happened?
You gotta have a specific example.
Yeah, like in this sense, you say, oh, it's a desert down south of the Medio. Then when the big map comes out and show it, no, it's an ocean there and it's a jungle on the coast. What would you do, Dennis? Would you change, say, no, in my world, there is a desert there still? Or do you say do you change it and say, well, what happened, there wasn't the desert and that didn't happen? Which way do you go?
You ignore it. It's just
so far,
it.
You
ignore that glitch. That's one of the charms of the game.
You ignore, meaning you never go there again? Or meaning
that particular example, Ruins of Andril, I've never bothered to try to fix it.
No,
right. That's no point.
Yeah, but when you ignore it, then you either then people will
Yeah.
either see that, okay, the map now looks different, so whatever
I'll have
happened
to-
didn't
My
happen.
guy,
So to speak.
and my guys are lucky if they know what they had for lunch the day they show up for
Oh,
dinner. They're not going to go,
okay.
oh my God, in this corner of the map, it's not there anymore. Trust me, my guys don't give a shit about
Okay,
where, like
there you
where it
go.
was,
Yep.
where one
Mhm.
adventure was placed. That's
Uh-huh.
I know this is very, what's the word? I'm very lacking on the
Mhm.
point detail of everything because I don't think it's necessary.
You're loosey goosey.
No, it's not necessary.
Right.
I
But
totally
for
agree
you,
with you. It's only necessary for me because I'm an
Right.
anal
Right.
I suppose
POS
if
when
I
it comes to
wanted to
this. Yeah.
fix that particular spot, because that's the only thing that they did down there. I suppose I could move Ruins of Andral to say the Bright Desert maybe, and just say, well, they went there.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And they're like, okay, and then that's exactly what you would do. Like I
Yep.
said, it's bad. Here's another one. This is and this is the trap for other streamers. I'm not saying I'm better than them, but I got it. If there are 5 players and you have a week where 2 of them don't show up, 90% of people cancel that adventure, right? They cancel it. They're like, oh, we're not going to play. Instead of, okay, well, these characters are no longer there, but these 2 other characters, let people play 2 characters whoever come in.
Yeah,
Completely unrealistic, right?
I
But
handle things differently though.
yeah. Okay. How do you
Whoever
handle it?
doesn't show, if a character started an adventure, that character is there. So if a player doesn't show, then the other players run his
That's
character.
fine too, man. That works.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
so
works.
the character is there. I haven't had that problem in a long time though,
Right.
because Rick runs everything.
Got it. Got it.
So if there's no Rick, there's no game.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Hey,
But
Jim.
when I was running the group here pre-COVID, I had a gang of about 5 separate players, and each one of them only had one. All of their characters were always there. If one of them didn't show, it was understood that the other guys would run their character with the hope that they didn't kill them. Right. But,
Yeah.
but no,
is,
the characters were always there, but other players may have actually run them.
I mean, that's simple.
Yeah.
Come across, like, there's a stone circle in Greyhawk or wherever. You just have this old stone circle there. Just wow. And they come across it, and Celine and Luna are in a certain spot in the sky, and a beam of light comes down, and and a portal opens, and they step through it, and you're done.
Can I borrow that? No.
That's how you can say how do you get on the other side of the map, right?
I've used like Tree Stride is a good spell. You have a druid and they can go into one tree. Oh yeah, that works definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or
similar
a
things.
high level
Yep.
mage. They make a deal with a high level mage, and then it does teleport or something. What do you do if someone's character dies when they're not
Travel
there?
in my world is generally not a problem because several of the players have access, several of the groups have access to Spelljammer. You can fly anywhere in the map within 2 days.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Nice.
It might take you 70 days on overland travel.
Right.
With boat and horse and whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's a couple of days. There's no place that you can't get to within a couple of days on the map if you've got access to a Spelljammer. The other thing too is that one of Rick's groups, his personal main party, they're running through. They've been exploring the Earthmaster ruins from Harn. There we go with Harn, and so the Earthmaster ruins, most of them have a portal that if you know how to use the portal, and they do now, you can portal from one Earthmaster ruin to another across the map, like walking through a door. It's an instantaneous.
Yeah, I have that, but that is special things that hard to get access to, and it's kind of campaign
absolutely.
events, so to speak, when they manage to do it. But I've done it a couple of campaigns. They've taken going from one across thousands, hundreds of miles or longer. But otherwise, I'm very local. Meaning my Shieldlands game went on for Morel Devon went on for 7-8 years, and they were within 100 miles from yeah,
Okay.
that was the longest I ever traveled, and the Shieldlands game was within 20 miles and over 5 years. Yeah.
And as well, if you've got a wizard that can cast teleport without error, you
Yeah, but
can bring groups.
right, but that's
Groups of
15th,
people.
15th level mage.
Yeah.
Couple of hours, 7th level, isn't it?
Doesn't
14th?
everybody have 15th level mages?
Oh, they should. Yeah.
No. No.
I'm pulling your leg.
I
but-
know.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
I've
awesome.
never
Yep.
teleported in Greyhawk except for Well, Belgium's Beacon has the teleporter in there. But my whole campaign is set right now with what I'm doing with the barbarians and with the witches and stuff. Has these teleport pads all throughout the Lord Mills. They don't know where they came from, and I got this group of baddies that are bringing in stuff because I
Yeah.
kind of like the novelty of it. All right. So, what is? Tell me about this Azad Mirror. What are you using this for in Greyhawk?
Well, so one of the other things, other than the fact that the world of Greyhawk didn't have any cities developed, now we have a few cities.
Right.
One of the things that it never had developed
Dwarven Kingdom.
was a dwarven kingdom.
Mhm.
There are obviously lots of dwarves in the world of Greyhawk.
Look at that.
There's no information at all about
None.
it. So I use Azadmir in is it the Rakirs on the east side?
Mhm.
And so this is the Dwarven Kingdom in my world of Greyhawk on the east side of the
Just
map.
it's called Azad Mirror.
I call it Azadmir.
Good.
I use it as described in here.
Let's
And
see.
So
Let's see. What have I used that's available that's old Dale for a Dwarven Kingdom? What would I have used in the past? Come on, I thought someone would get this. It's got a great map. Not much other detail beyond it. Yes, Thunderhold, Dale from City State Invincible Overlord. Right?
Okay.
I don't have that actually.
Oh, okay.
Me neither. I
Yeah.
have no clue
man.
about City of
Yep. No,
Invincible.
Thunderhold. And Tim still has it in his game, Thunderhold. But
You
I
see, we solved the problem the same way with
Yeah.
different products.
right,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Now, the other thing that I sent you an image of is the cover of Kiraz.
Let me see. All right, let me get that cover up.
So what Kiraz is it's a Harn world.
Is that with a C
dwarven-
or a K or a Q?
K.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. So Kiraz is also a dwarven city, except it's been wiped out. It was attacked in the past, and every dwarf in that city was killed. And the Azadmir dwarves, and this is actually what happens in the Harn world, the Harn history. The Azadmir dwarves come after the fact, find out what happened, seal up the city completely as basically a giant tomb. And so Kiraz I have placed in the Crystal Mists as a location of a dwarven enclave that was wiped out completely. And so my players have adventured in it as well. Rick's been in Kiraz. And so I use this dwarven city as a dwarven ruin.
Cool. My Dwarven ruins now are the low roads throughout the Lord Mills, right? And I can create any ruins I want off of it, which is really cool. And that's why, but that stuff just got developed a few years ago, So yeah, some really good. Is all the stuff used for Harn out of print, or are they still printing stuff?
Actually, when I was looking for cover images for you, I noticed that some of the stuff is being reprinted under, I think, Die 20 rules, and are available on the RP drive-through.
Oh wow, okay. So you can't
I think this stuff is still available now.
Very cool.
So yeah.
That'd be drive-through. D20's third, but no one cares about that. Oh,
yeah.
You did put the Arcanum in here. All right, so
but the thing is that that doesn't, like, this type of material, particularly the Harn stuff, it is not tied to any like there's very little rule stuff in it. It's location, it's history, it's maps, That's what it's for. You could use it for any edition, any game system. It doesn't even have to be D&D.
Yeah.
I mean, originally Harn developed their own Harn Master rule set, right? But they very quickly realized that people were buying their stuff that weren't using Harn Master. They were using AD&D or other things, right? And so their material really is able to be used quite easily in any rule set.
That is excellent. I am going to show you something that another weird one that I used, and I was able to download it. Whoops, there we go. So I make sure I don't crash the stream, everyone.
No.
Okay. So here's another one for me that I wanted the crossover stop town, right? And this is early. So this is, I think this came out in 84. Where did it go? There it is. There you go. Perfect.
Oh, there's a Kickstarter for Evel. Evel is which I also use as well. I didn't send you anything for that. Asher the Bear said.
Yep.
That's the Elven Kingdom in Harn.
Oh, cool. I'll take a look.
Yeah, and I do use that one as well. I use Evel.
I love Bree, and I was like, when I was able to find this, the MERP stuff,
I don't have that.
The Middle of Running by Iron Crown Enterprises.
Yeah.
Yeah, the maps are also fantastic.
Archit actually appears now in the principality. You look in our game.
Oh.
Yeah, these are all the small areas around.
Yeah,
so
I've not seen this before.
Yeah, and so I'm like, pluck, boom, cross, travel when we needed that location out of the way. I don't care where it is. I'm going to name the town, whatever it was. Maybe it was in Bissell, or maybe it was in Grand March, and use this because I had it. Because it didn't have access. I don't have time to make up an entire town and city. But this is what I used back in the day, and I only had this and one other MERP publication back then. Man, these things are so expensive now if you want to get originals.
Really?
But it was cool. The rule system.
I've used all of the cities of Harn. In that publication, I've used all of them for different things, different towns.
And it helped me move my game campaign along. And that was let me see what we got here. Okay. That it helped move the setting going forward to get, to not worry about the details but to worry, have the story go, have where they were going, connecting towns and stuff like that. And I know Armin, you said, how do I get them? Hey, Mandy, how do I get them from one place to the other? It's a magical world, Now don't do what they did in the Verberbank group in Living Greyhawk with the air system conveyor belt. Which
so they use vacuum tubes?
Yes. No, that's what it was. Maldin, go back and look at the Living Greyhawk one and Legends and Lore, and that's exactly what it was. Okay. I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. So
but people can also use, for example, the astral plane or the ethereal plane for traveling on big distances.
That's a great point.
Like,
I used the Feywild as another one. Feywild, Shadowdark are connected as a continuum, so to speak. The Fey is the light one, and the Shadowdark is the dark one, and it's a continuum, and that's one of the way. And then you have the astral is another one to go around the multiverse, and the ethereal is different in my take, but that's just my take.
It's more one-to-one superimposed. Astral, once you leave a color pool, you go out of the astral and you can come back. It can be 1,000 miles away.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
The ethereal is more of a one-for-one travel. That's true.
Yeah.
Jeremy, let's get together and talk about details for Paige when you're coming in and stuff, flight and all that, so we can arrange for the Wednesday night beforehand. Okay. So, all right. Any other highlights pre-Unearthed Arcana before the first rule change comes in? Talking about the early days, the glory early days of 1E. You know, what about you for classes, custom classes? Then I have bounty hunters right now and archers, and NPC baddies of deathmasters and anti-paladins. That's what I have. Haven't done necromancers yet. So
I never really did much with
Oh,
PC classes.
okay.
I pretty much stuck to the ones that were available in the core rules, and then there was like the Cavalier and that from Unearthed or whatever.
Yeah, that
there was
sucks so
then
bad.
then I used the plethora of paladins.
Oh, cool. So you allowed like a chaotic neutral paladin, Lyran
Well,
paladin or whatever,
there've only been a couple,
but
uh,
couples
but
more than
for
zero.
NPCs, I've used Deathmaster and anti-paladins, but they've never been PCs. Only NPCs.
Dan Weirdo, witches
But
are
other
only
than that,
recent,
I've pretty much kept
15 years.
solid. I've kept it. I mean, there's enough character classes, especially if you go to the different schools for the wizard classes, for example.
Yeah, I
If
see
it was
the matter.
more than just illusionists, you could have others, right?
Sure.
Other schools. No, we didn't play around much with character classes at all.
Who shows plethora of paladins? Probably the original Dragon magazine article. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah, it
know,
was
my
magazine.
undead hunter class has multiple alignments allowed. So does the Inquisitor, which are two subclasses of paladins, but they're based off 1E. So everyone's going a different direction. I was just curious as to see what Denis had done in the early days, because I know I created the
Yeah.
bounty hunter specifically because I wasn't allowing assassin PCs. So the bounty hunter was my first class I ever made. Before I
We
even know there was
had
an
some
article on it.
we had some assassin characters.
Oh,
I just converted them over to
neutral.
thieves.
Oh, okay, man, thieves.
They just became thieves.
Yeah, just got a D20 system book by Green Run called The Witch's Handbook. Very cool. Our men, I use only Timothy Brandon stuff. I mean, I'm about to incorporate a new class. His Warlock 1E is really cool. So we have witches, and I play tested him as a baddie in my witch game going on Saturday mornings. So I'm gonna add that class in once things calm down. Yeah. All right. So, right. So you got a lot of outside influences. How about any Judges Guild stuff at this time?
Not really.
Okay.
I had a couple of publications back then, not very many. I don't think I ever really used any of it.
Because there's some
No.
great stuff. Like
Oh yeah, no, it was
the
good.
Treasury of Archaic Names was so awesome. That was an awesome one. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, I cut it. You need a witch there? I mean, good, very good. So yeah. Oh, you think old? Okay. No problem there, Dark Elf. I'll send that over to Michael Z when we're done here. All right.
But
So
other campaign worlds within the D&D thing though is I sent you the cover for the City by the Silt Sea.
yes.
See, one of the things that
Yes, you did.
Rick's one party hasn't done yet, but he's on the path to exploring the Sea of Dust. So this is one of the going to be, well, I haven't used it yet, but it's going to be one of the ruins that sits on the edge of the Sea of Dust, and it's half engulfed in the Silt Sea. It's this box set. So Dark Sun stuff is going to be part of my Sea of Dust material.
Perfect. That's what John at Blue Box is going to do.
Yeah.
Beforehand, you know, and it makes sense. It just
Yeah.
it fits. All right, so we'll go 85 on from this point. So we got the early era. You and I are both using a lot of outside side stuff. So some other things real quick, and that was Underworld Publishing's adventures. I used them. One of them is on my Wall of Fame, and then you know, this thing, this wonderful, you know, one of my favorites of all time, running Dark Tower.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dark Tower was awesome. Janelle Jacquet's just a great adventure. So much so that Anna, I know she moved it slightly, but it's on my map. There's a positioning.
Okay.
Yeah.
For, yeah. So
I've never seen that one.
you've never seen Dark Tower?
I've seen it and
right.
but I've never played
So
it.
you can
yeah.
get it from Goodman still
Yeah.
in this compilation where you have the 1st edition and the 5th edition version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See volume 1 of the 3 volume.
No, I don't have it.
It's got Set and Mithra in it, which you can.
Oh, okay.
I have no problem with using those deities for that. Yep. So very cool. But it's a great. It's in the top 30 of all time in Dungeon Magazine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's in the top 30 rated by all those other people. And they all had their own agendas, but I was very happy to see that adventure made it. It is long. It is very long, and it's got some great things in there. A lot of customization you can make. There are things called Sons of Set. You can go to town on making those things. Yeah, it's a really good adventure. Yep. So, all right. So, 80s come. When's Planescape come out? Spelljammer's first, then Planescape, right? Oh yeah,
Well,
definitely does.
Manual of the Planes came out. Was that
9. I think it's 89. It's 87. Nine Planes is 87. I hear it is. Yep.
Okay. So Manual of the Planes came out. That set the scene for Planescape itself. And I think Planescape was maybe 2 years after this, I think.
Yeah, so 89, 90 or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. So 2 things happened around 86, 80. The Planes and Spelljammer. And so those 2 aspects of it, Rick and I love both of those things. And so that's when they came in, and really the world of Greyhawk suddenly became the multiverse campaign, right?
Yeah.
When I added Planescape and Spelljammer at the same time. So that was the big change then for the second half of the 80s. Was coming in.
Which is cool that you did that.
Borb Draganis, that's Rick, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack Race did Thracia. Awesome. Also, Egg of the Phoenix with Menser. Jack Race as well.
Cool.
Yep. All those. So, yeah. So it was always my place that I did not want this stuff to overtake what was going on in my Greyhawk, and that's why I never went there. We'll go like run Feta Fensor, right? There'll be a portal. Oh my God, finding it to get to the ethereal plane or the astral plane,
I don't think, well, in my campaign, I've never thought of it as overtaking or competing. It just seemed to be, for us, it seemed to be a natural extension of exploring new environments. You explore forest environments, desert environments, extreme desert, sea of dust, whatever. This is another environment. And so the characters still have their roots. They still come back. But for us, it wasn't a competition thing. And so what we ended up doing is we've got different parties now that are focusing more or less on the different environments, right? But we've never looked at it as competition. There in no way does the Planescape or the Spelljammer stuff diminish what's going on in the world of Greyhawk in the campaign. It's all different leaves on the same tree.
Yep. See, I got an edited. I got a copyright for evaluation only copy. There you go. So don't even assume. Yeah, it's on every page. But yeah, so there. Because I'm not using it. I'm just discussing it.
Yeah.
So and you got your box set here. I think I have a Planescape box set.
Oh, I have all of the box sets, and some of them are worth a hell of a lot of money now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. You were lucky you could buy them when they came out. Yep.
Well, I bought them as soon as they were coming out.
Yeah, same here. Yep.
When they were coming out. So I've got there's very few things from Planescape that I don't have.
I mean, 100%. Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's kind of the point to tonight. is that unlike Forgotten Realms, Greyhawk, until Living Greyhawk, I think, and then that went off,
Yeah.
was very amorphous as to what the whole point of it was, or what the whole plot line was. Sargent kind of directed it
Yeah.
toward that more of that Middle Earth area, and I used a lot of it, not all of it. Roger Moore undid a lot of it, and then Living Greyhawk came along that we didn't play in. We went about our own way, and
And suddenly now there's
30 different
5,000 new adventures.
right, and 30 different takes on every single location, and
Yeah.
so it was great for its time. Then fourth came and nothing, and then then nothing, nothing from that point.
Well,
on, so.
until this, right?
To what, Expeditions?
No Secret of Salt Marsh.
No, the new DM guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
has-
but we had the
That's a
Ghost of
reset.
Salt Marsh or the
Oh, yeah.
Secrets or whatever, the 5e book of Salt Marsh.
Right.
That was a kind of a
Yeah.
throwback to old times. Yeah.
Well, the other thing that came out in '86 was this:
Yes.
Right.
Oh, those two, the
the
Wilderness and the
Dungeoneers and the
Dungeoneers.
Wilderness.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
they were fantastic. I love those books.
And
They,
so
yeah.
That was a big boost to expanding the Underdark, right? Beyond.
Hmm.
Right,
the-
beyond the D series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some of the cartography ideas in there are still really cool to this
Oh, yeah.
day. They're fantastic. Yep.
And you have that on your map with all the different levels.
Yes. Yeah. I incorporated the Dungeoneer Survival Guide basically into my world of Greyhawk and made it part of the map.
All right, time to go here. All your drop boxes are coming up. Oh, what? Paolo Maldini? That's not what I wanted.
No,
Yeah. Oh my God.
that's a different Maldin.
Yeah. I'll say.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. All right. And then wait a minute. I got to blow this map up, right? This one, or is it on our
Yeah.
page?
Well, no, you have to go to the actual
There we go.
page. There we
All right.
go.
So let's go. Wait, Underdark here.
Yeah.
All right. There's the D. I'm looking for the whole map there. Wait a minute. Where is that?
Scroll.
Regional survey, Greyhawk Underdark.
There it is. Regional. Yep.
There we
There
go.
you
There
go.
we go, everyone. So
Yeah.
there.
So that's the Dungeoneer's Survival Guide and Night Below and the D series.
Yep.
All put together.
All cross-referenced.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's more than my players will ever be able to explore in our lifetimes.
Yeah. And it's just a little piece of Greyhawk, of the
Yes,
yeomanry.
yes, it is.
And yeah. So. Yeah, absolutely. It's really especially you want to reference this if you're using Night Below. You want to know where to place it. That's an important thing because that's a
Yeah.
purple, isn't it? All here, this area, the tours. Right
No,
here? No.
under the word Hool.
Oh, this is it. This is Night Below.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all. It's actually quite extensive territory underneath Night Below.
Okay.
It's a big distance.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah. So
Cool.
that section there is the Night Below section.
All right. So 85, 80. All right, you get all these new books come out. You get the Dungeoneers and the Wilderness Survival Guide. You get Arcana.
Yeah.
Did you allow all the classes on Arcana?
What else is in there other than
Thief, Acrobat, Barbarian,
Barbarian, Acrobat? I think we
Cavalier.
may have used the Barbarian. I don't think we ever used the Acrobat. We had a Cavalier character or two.
Yeah, we used, like I said, I used Dragon 72's
But we
Cavalier.
didn't. It wasn't big on our list of. We never were into the many characters. We pretty much stuck to the standard characters, and
That's fun.
they redid druids in here too, didn't they?
They gave them higher levels capability, like the
Oh,
higher
that's
fonts
what
and
it was.
stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The grand instead of
Yeah,
a great
after
druid and
that.
then a grand druid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep Guide first introduced here? Is this or in this era of publishing? Deep Guide.
Deep
know what
Guide.
Deep
I don't
Guide-
know them.
I don't know what Deep Guide is, Dark Elf. Neither myself nor Madeline, nor I think Anna know what that means. So, yeah. But so, this is my era of experimentation, which I'm still doing to this day. Highlights in the 80s, where, right. I hate
Rick is
him.
commenting
I know
about
Anna's
one
cool
of our
with him, which is,
barbarian
Anna
characters.
likes invokers and all. That's fine. I don't like anything that I know, and this is where it's my guy. It's my
Now
play-
need to explain. It's something I like and you don't like. But what do you mean?
Well, I don't like something that I know my guys are going to exploit.
Gotcha.
All right. So, for example,
I never use kits.
I never did. I've back converted everything to first edition. Agreed. I've never used a kit, but I've taken an idea that may have been in a kit and back converted to first. So, an example of that would be like Baldur's Gate 2 has an Inquisitor class in it. Keldor Firecam in that game, if you ever play that game, is an Inquisitor. Well, I took that and back converted it to a first edition subclass of Paladin. Not a second edition one with all the, so what is a kit? A kit is in the Splat books, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's player guides that came out for
An
second edition.
example-
No, the first edition late, I think. Yeah.
No, the second.
The second edition. Okay. Yeah.
Second edition.
Yeah.
Would be an example, a Myrmidon. That's a spear-based fighter. That's a kit in the fighter's handbook. There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah,
It was the
each
TSR
of the character
Yeah.
handbooks had
Yeah.
specialist kits that gave them
Yeah.
weird abilities.
Yeah, it was
I never
TSR's
used
way of boosting the sales to products for players and not
Yes.
for DMs, so to speak.
Yeah, that was, because they know rule books sell
Mm-hmm.
and only DMs were buying rule books. So that's too small of a population.
Well, those
Yep.
books were really not popular at the time, but now they're super popular. You have the green ones, which are the most expensive, the blue ones, and the brown ones, right?
Oh, but the blue ones, they were
Blue ones are
a lot of them were really good in that sense that they had a lot of cool lore and stuff
Well,
tucked
the
in there
gods,
between all the.
the gods of the humanoids.
Yeah.
I was a
Necromancers,
little-
Necromancers.
Campaign Guide,
I
Castle Guide. There were a
used the
bunch of.
humanoids one,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for if you want to make specialty priest for humanoid gods too, you can
Yes.
do that there.
Yeah, but Jay, just to clarify my point here, so to
Yeah,
speak,
it's all right.
you were actually right, so to speak. But what I do is that when the players have abilities, I'm simply looking at, okay, the player characters can do this. That means that the monsters, every rule that the characters can do, monsters can do too, so to speak. So that means that when the players get more powerful, this just means that there's things out in the world that are powerful too. So I simply look at what are the maximum things that the player characters could do when they're 20th level. That's the power level that the really powerful dudes in the world have, and then some, so to speak. So I never felt hampered by players, their characters having really powerful stuff, because they gave me more powerful stuff to play with as well. So in that sense, the only problem comes when the math gets really difficult at times, because that when you inflate the numbers much, so to speak. Those are my constraint when things take a long time to calculate, and that was the problem with third edition. The power creep was so big that numbers got ridiculous, and you got a lot of weird effects that crept in, like a first level thing couldn't even hit or injure anything that was more than 5 levels higher or something like that. That to me was a broken game system. But that the player characters have powerful stuff, that never really seen as much of a problem, because that means that the enemy also have powerful stuff.
Yeah, Dad's Sadness, it mentioned that kits kind of morphed from 2E kits to third edition, had a lot of flavors of they didn't call them kits in CE though. What was the name that they used for the different?
No, they call them kits.
I think they called them kits.
They
Do they still call them kits?
Oh,
yeah,
kits
they
in
call
second
them
edition.
kits.
Yeah, like Slavers has a ton of kits in it.
Yeah.
No, for
Characters that are kit
3E.
classes.
Yeah.
in
No,
the
that's
3E.
oh, I don't know about
Yeah.
3. Second edition.
Yeah.
3
You
is
know, no, but 3E
Prestige
three
class.
is a different beast.
they had a
Yeah.
different term
Yeah.
Yeah.
for it.
Oh
But,
yeah.
but a lot of different player class flavors. In fact, it kind of
Yeah.
exploded in 3E, I think.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And what I think is a problem with prestige classes, they were fantastic because that was something to aim for, that you could get really cool stuff with that. So yeah, prestige classes was, and
But like I said, we pretty much stuck to regular classes and could do what we wanted with that without having to get skills.
Okay.
yeah, I loved third edition too. Third edition, I think I started, yeah, so almost at 2019, 28, it was almost 20 years of third edition. And it's still my favorite edition in that sense. Characters and stuff was too much at the end. It was awesome when I came out because then I was younger and we could sit and discuss a build for 2 days,
That's
whatever.
Yeah. Actually, because there was a living Greyhawk thing. I said that's a great idea, but I don't want to. I can't do
Yep.
prestige classes in my 1e2e
Mhm.
game. I'll
Yep.
just back convert it, and it'll be a high. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I mean, we know Naz started in 5e when he started watching our channel, and now he's running OSE
Mhm.
and some others.
Oh, there was
Let me see if I can find it.
the very first third edition campaign world.
Well, you're not far from the Vault of the Trail.
Yeah, well, the vault is not quite accurately placed, I think.
And
Yeah,
you're
right. Yeah, right about
right-
where your
right here.
cursor is
Yep,
there.
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah. That's gargoyles. And puppets is not far from there either. I mean.
Well, there's
No, puppets is
in here where his magic shop. What number's your magic shop again? It's up here. C.
No, it's a. Let's see.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll see all the changes Denis has made. I believe C27 is the one that is the special seeker building, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Rascal wants to raid my shop. That's why he's asking about
Oh, yeah.
well, it definitely has protection from the shop is very well protected.
Which is also a major difference between Maldin's campaign and mine. Because remember, if you saw Saturday, I had
Thorn and Nazimus and those guys, they're all above 15th. Most of them are close to 20th. Maldin and Allenderry are both, well, they're 24th. Yeah, Borg Dradanus is his main original character. He got the last name Dradanus actually.
Yeah. How about Harm Burnustus?
Harm Boomastis. What level's Harm, Rick? He's getting up there too. He's the Outer Plains. The sigil or the city is crawling with high level demons and devils, and so their attack, because when you do the high level adventures, you can get the high level experience even without the goal based stuff. But no, it takes it's taken not really level depend. It doesn't matter if they're 21 or 23 at this point. They have access to 9th level spells.
Right, once you're 18th, yeah, right? So
the problem I run into as well when I'm back converting, like I've done a lot of 3E stuff, I've done 5E stuff. I deal with when I'm looking at the 4E, 5.
Yeah, that was the problem with third edition. It was like became so complicated to run all the stuff that it was.
Ducarthan's 3E conversion of Maldin.
Oh yeah.
Like he's got 5 because
no, they're not.
When he tried to turn that into an equivalent 3E, he says, well, now I've got to give him
so doing very similar ways.
Yeah.
So that's what I tried to do in Hawktails, is that if you can be stealthy, then you can be stealthy, and all characters are stealthy the same ways of breaking the rules. And that means as a DM you have to counter, you have to come up with that. So that's why
it's hard.
Yeah, I built these things into the base, some new cool way of bending the rules for each class, or what is the mechanics need or demands for a class.
It's a great question. Every class, so that's what it tends to be. I want something that differentiates them, and it's worked. Like archers are the only class in my game that gets 3%.
But that's why I have the monsters follow the same rules as the characters. That's why before I even think of what the characters do, I think, okay, how good can you be in combat? How would that work? And then I put these things in bit by bit, and then figure out and then I make a feat tree that for each of them. It's hard to get more than 200 something. So the biggest dragons in the world will be 300, 400-ish hit
that's
points.
More reasonable.
Yeah, so proficiency
makes it
1 minute.
Yep.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
All right, because we're running late here, so we're gonna wind this down too. But yeah, this is what I do.
Yeah.
U1's U1's Newbriar, which is the halfling communities here. Comrade from U2 is here, but I don't go there. That's a whole separate category, and it's more that I need to keep track of. And I keep track of everything, and Tim does it. I don't with all those that you're that may be incorporating in the near future.
Yeah.
Anything new?
Like any publication you haven't used yet, or
what are your
City of Brass? It's the City of Brass.
City of Brass, gotcha.
City of Brass, yeah.
That's at least $200.
Really?
Oh yeah.
All of the Planescape things are that much.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
Waiting from there.
No, man, it's good to see you incorporating.
So there's that. Other stuff. The point of this stream is that I think the Greyhawk material that we're all using and continuing to use, that's different, right? I'm using stuff that Jay will never use.
And vice versa.
Yep.
No, 100%. I'm never going to use Spelljammer.
That's your campaign.
With all the other stuff going on out there, and there's a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes, especially for 2026. That it's exciting,
and it's still Greyhawk, so to speak, and also then or be as strict as you want. Run just the classics and nothing else, so to speak, or be anal and run your own homebrew, detail, whatever. Stay in one little area, meaning it's broad, and Greyhawk is this kind of treasure trove you can pick what you want from, so to speak, and keep using it. So make it your
or
own.
Restart your campaign every year.
Exactly.
No!
Restart it every year, or restart it with every group, or something. Yeah.
You and I, Dennis.
I don't do that either.
You have a chainsaw.
But it's other people.
You have a chainsaw from Wasteland. I have the proton axe from Wasteland. We're gonna cut Robert Ward all down. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. All right. So no. Dat Sadness said something which was really funny, because Adam's always said rules for 1.J. Jay becoming a Jate in this, right? That's funny.
Yeah.
But no one would ever argue my game was not a 1E, 2E Greyhawk game. Right? It's not. I play a 1E, 2E Greyhawk game. Dennis plays more like a 2E Greyhawk game, right?
Yeah.
Tim plays a 1E Greyhawk game. So no one's ever going to say it's not that, because it is. But it's just got a lot of other things in it, and that's part of the fun at the end.
Yeah, I've gone the way of Rick D'Aiola, that created his own rule set to run his Greyhawk games with, and I'm going the same route after a long time of house ruling up the bazoo out of third edition and fifth edition and stuff, and realized I need to start from scratch.
That's it, Rascal. Absolutely. All right. Great discussion. Look at that. We went over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just talking, and that's why I love these discussions.
Don't we always?
Yeah. Sometimes it goes super, super long, but what's going on there, Anna? What do you got going on? You have a stream on Friday this week?
Yeah, I stream on Friday, and I will also put out a post where I sum up the year and look ahead for next year. I've done that every year on my Patreon for what was it, 9 years now. So one is in the making. Yep.
Dennis, what do you got going on? Anything else you want to shout out?
The next article that's going to come out from me will be in the next Wild Space magazine, another Spelljammer.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Very cool.
A theoretical article.
Okay.
I love those. That sounds
fantastic.
Cool. Yep.
The last article that came out in Wild Space magazine 4, which is out already, I described the pirates of Gith that live in the asteroid belt in gray space. And so the new article is kind of a description of how helms function, how they navigate. And the rule that generates that, then, once you've got that in your brain, you can use it. There's a game way of using it as well. Anyways, it's how navigation works in the Spelljammer universe.
Very cool.
After that, we'll see. I don't know.
So
Not far ahead.
I have to plan that far ahead. So Tuesday night's another Gabbin, not Legends and Lore. Mike has a game, so Gabbin 386 will finish up the year. Year in Review 2025. Talk about our super successful fundraiser, Gary Con, Page, other cons. My 24-hour stream, highlights of the year, and that'll be Tuesday night at 7. Okay. Then there'll be another game Saturday morning at 11. All right. I'm not sure what group it's going to be yet. I haven't even thought about putting it together, but we'll see. But there will be another game just like this Saturday for next Saturday. And then we'll have a Gabbin next Sunday. And then it's back to work on the 5th, right? Well, full work, but 2 days off. I got to work tomorrow and Tuesday this week. So let's do this. Set the giveaway up. You get a signed. Once again, I'm still doing that. The signed Tarvine belt copy with my writing in it for that area, Altamir and Castles and Crusades, and your choice of one adventure. Let me see. I just grabbed a pile down here. I still have a Shokanth, Treasures of Greyhawk, Border Watch, some basic or an expert ones. Oh, I have a Temple of Death from Zeb Cook. That'll be cool too. So let's see who wins. And,
no City of Tolus.
Patolis. That one I don't have. No.
How much is that one worth now?
Hey, Keith. That's probably worth a ton. An original? Yeah, these are all reprints. An original probably
worth. The original, wasn't that for Pathfinder, or was it for 3rd edition, or was it for?
No, it was an expert, wasn't it? The Tolus one. That,
I'm not sure.
Talking about? Yeah, I thought there was a.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot which one there, but it was huge.
It was very thick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Tolus was the 3rd edition. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was 3rd edition. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Monty Cook. Wow.
Yep.
Oh my God. Sorry everyone. I'm hitting. Give me 1 second here. See, I'm tired. I almost just raided into Darling before we even did the giveaway. Holy shit.
Oh, without a warning?
Yeah, you just dump us.
Give me a sec. Oh my God. Did I turn my Streamlabs off? I did. Oh, wait. That was dumb. 1 sec. Let me load it up here. It still keeps. And we'll see you in 2 nights.
Yeah.
Closing it out. Here's the winner tonight. Blade. Oh my God, Blade. Shoo. You are on a roll, man. I just sent you something. All right. So I'm not sending you the Tarvine. I just sent you one. But I'm going to send you. I'll send you. Oh my God. What did I send with? I'll send you Treasures of Greyhawk and Border Watch if you don't have them. Yeah, man. Hey, Dale did this. Happened to Dale a lot. Those 2, I'll send you if you don't have them. All right. So. We got a hype train coming. I didn't even hear any thing. They put so many different things on the hype train now. That's just cool. All right. All righty. So we're gonna raid into Darling. And Dennis, thanks. Great discussion. This was fun. Lots of fun.
Thank you both, and thank everybody for watching. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're going to. We'll see you all in 2 nights. Have a fun time with that, and then. Have another good time, and tomorrow Tuesday I'll talk about all the stuff we're planning for 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I'll hear something from tomorrow or Tuesday from Guinness. So that would be good.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I've had enough. Right? Had enough. So and I gotta get affidavits to my players and all. Thanks a lot. Hitting the wrong button. Wrong button coming? Maybe. Alrighty. Tell Darling we said hi. I gotta hit the restroom. Not that I hate to broadcast that, but I'm like, oh my God.
After finishing a can of pop an hour ago, it kind of went through.
There we go. Which is got 50 some people on. We'll hit this up and we'll do another. We'll probably double it, which is awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Make sure it went.
Yes, it popped over.
Yeah.
Once.
At 61, so decent numbers.
Thank you.